June 9th, 2026. When you look at the volume of the SPY and you look at the momentum on a daily time frame, you look at the momentum, you look at the volume. From these two indicators alone, you can get a really clear sense of what's going on. And when you add into context other things that are going on, you get even more information and more certainty, more clarity. So today in the SPY and in the NASDAQ, we had an absolute continuation of this sell-off, of this retracement. And we're going to get into the alignments that occurred today and see, could you have made some money today? Could you have found some alignment channels? What are alignment channels? An alignment channel is basically where we want all of the momentums on the 1 hour, the 15-minute, the 5-minute, and the execution time frame. Maybe it's a 1 minute or maybe it's a 2-minute chart. We want all of those momentums to be going in the same direction. What happens when they all fall into alignment? What occurs? Let's go over that and see if we can find the answer to that. The first alignment, a channel occurred, the first solution to the market occurred today at 9:11 a.m. Why? Because here all of the momentums are going down. The 1 hour has not crossed over yet, so we don't have full confluence, we don't have full alignment. But it's a good alignment nonetheless, because the 15-minute has crossed over and is expanding. So the first one was there at 9:11. The next solution in the market happens at 9:44. We see the 5-minute is holding this level of momentum. See how the 5-minute momentum is holding a level? It's not increasing, it's not decreasing, it's holding a level. But at the same time, the 15-minute is getting stronger and the 1 hour is aligning. So by the time the execution time frame is not only in the aligned region, but is also expanding in the aligned region, we get another alignment channel there at 9:44. Here we had an extremely important event. Why? Because at around 10:25 today, the NASDAQ started to break what? What did they start to break? What did the price action penetrate through? The price action penetrated through a weekly critical level. So when you go to your weekly chart, you look at your candle on a weekly, these are weekly bars, right? This is the week we're currently on, but this is previous weeks. So when you see these levels, this level here, okay, then we have this level here, and then we have this level here. Every week has 4 levels to it, 4 critical levels, and I mark them in purple. So when the price action breaks one of these levels, or 2 at the same time, that is what we call an important event, a very important event, and that happened right here at 10:25 during another alignment channel forming here. As you can see, the 5-minute was retracing, losing momentum alignment, losing alignment, but then the alignment kicks back up at 10:25, literally right here as it's penetrating these critical levels. This right here was such a textbook trade. Beautiful. The next alignment channel occurred right here. It started to occur. Why? Because the 5-minute is not contracting anymore. It's starting to align back with the higher time frame alignment. This is a full alignment channel right here, which occurred at 10:57 for another solution to the market today. Within this solution, within this alignment channel, you could have found a few trades. Or you could play the whole thing, right? Or you could do what I do, and I enter as soon as the momentum flips, which would be an early entry would have been here, but not really clean. We would have been on a 2-minute chart for this, so the entry would have been here. See how this candle, see we're going up, 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 now we align. That's the alignment right there at 10:56. On a 1-minute chart, you want to be looking for these momentum pulses here, how it dies off and then boom, we flip back into alignment. Playing for a 1-to-1 ratio with the candle distance. The candle architecture creates that 1-to-1 ratio. So Anyway, a lot of trades there. Then there was a big one here, big confluence, but it wasn't a full alignment because the 5 minute had been dying off. See how the 5 minute is 5 minute is dying off right here, losing momentum. So it was tempting because we had a huge candle, we had a huge volume confluence. Look at this big red selling volume stick. But that would have been a loss. That would not have been a win, and that's all right. The next alignment channel that occurs today does not have a full alignment because the 1 hour is always going to be in the red for the rest of the day, but the 15 minute is going to cross over, so that's a critical event. We go to that critical event right here. 15 minute has crossed over. Now the momentum is dying on the 5. We want the momentum on the 5 to be holding or building with the 15. And that occurs somewhat here. It starts to hold. We have another alignment channel that formed here around 1:20 p.m. But it's weak, not very strong. I wouldn't even play it if I were you. Just good to know it exists. Another one starts right here. You can see the 5 minute building back up, not losing momentum, but building, aligning with the 15. That occurs right here around 2 p.m. is when it starts. Again, I wouldn't even play these because they're harder to play. They're not as forgiving. The entry would have been here at 1404, 204 otherwise known. And with all that being said, that was all of these solutions that occurred today in the market. How would you have played them? Would you have played them? And with all of that being said, I will see you in the next one. Take care now.